Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you? I am so excited to be speaking to you again. How's it going? How's everything with you? It's raining over here. What about you? What's going on? What's happening for you? How's life? How have you been doing? What's up? What's going on? If you can hear me, please type I can hear you in the comment section. I see people joining the live now. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on it. How are you? How's everything with you? If you can hear me, please type I can hear you in the comment section. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. It's raining profusely over here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, the law of polarity says every there are two poles. There are always two poles. Everything has two sides, right? After rain comes sunshine. After night comes daylight. After recession comes massive expansion. And I want to tell you that no matter what you're going through in life, no matter what challenges you have this very moment, it is a phase in your life. So today I want to talk about using your time wisely. You've got to use your time wisely. Now, the reason why I decided to do this broadcast is to remind someone out there, about the importance of time management. So if you're just listening to me for the first time, if you're just watching me for the first time, my name is Dr. John Ugulu. I am a motivational speaker and best-selling author of The Morale Booster. Here you go. If you have not gotten a copy of this book, The Morale Booster, I want you to go on Amazon right now and grab a copy. Today, I want to talk about time management, to use your time wisely. This book would help you uncover how to take charge of your life. It will help you uncover how to be intentional with your life. It is a handbook that will teach you how to be intentional with your life. If you have not gotten a copy of this book, go to Amazon.com right now and purchase a copy. You can either get the hard copy or you can buy the ebook. All right. The Morale Booster. That's the title of the book. The Morale Booster. The Morale Booster by Dr. John Ugulu. It's on Amazon. All right. Today, I promise not to take much of your time. I promise just to go straight to the reason why I'm doing this broadcast. I have a very important message I want to share with you. And I want you to listen to me with an open mind. I know everything in life is a cliche, but it is whenever that cliche resonates with you that truly and really matters. Now, I've come to realize that a lot of people are so obsessed with social media. Yes, a lot of people cannot function without going on social media a day. Now, there are two sides to it, right? Some people use social media for positive things. And for some others, social media steals their time. My question to you who's watching me now is, when you do an assessment of yourself, what does social media do to you? Does it steal your time? Or do you do something meaningful with it? What I do with social media, let me share with you. What I do with social media is when I wake up every day, I want to post something positive out there so that somebody out there can read that message and be healed, so that somebody out there can read that message and feel good with themselves, right? That's what I do when in the mornings, right? And I try to update as much as I can. But being someone who is always very intentional about what I do, it's always easy for me to know when it's enough. But for you who's listening to me, does it take your whole day? Do you use social media and at the end of the day you realize that you got nothing done that day? Is that what happens to you? If that happens to you all the time, then this message is for you. This message is not for everybody. This message is for that person who ends up wasting his or her day, realizing at the end of the day that he or she got nothing positive or productive done. This message is for you. For that person who's impacting lives with social media, keep doing what you're doing. For that person who's making a living off social media, paying your bills, keep doing what you're doing. How many of us here realize that the level of depression, the level of anxiety has increased globally? If you realize that, then you would know that if you are not intentional with your time, because of that depression, because of that anxiety, you could spend the whole day flipping through people's profiles, people you don't know, people who would never even know that you checked their pages. You would just keep flipping through, liking their pages, and wasting your day and your time. I told you this message is not for everybody. This message is for a few, a selected few. Those people who, when they check the time and see that it's 11 p.m., they realize that they got nothing productive done that day. This is for you. I want you to listen. This is a reminder. I have been mandated to come and disrupt that time wasting that you do every day. I am here to disrupt that. I am here to make you understand that it is you alone who can control what you do with your time. Time cannot be stopped. No matter what you do, it's still going to keep ticking. Doop, 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 doop. It's still going to keep ticking, just like that. Doop, doop, doop. You cannot stop it. And you only have 24 hours a day. Just 24 hours. I've heard people say time is not enough. That's not true. We all have enough time to do all we need to do. As soon as you realize that there's a difference between busyness and business, then you would know that we all have enough time to do whatever we need to do. Understand the difference between being busy and being in business. You have to be intentional about what you do. You must be intentional about how you spend your time. Time wasted will never be gotten back. I promise not to take much of your time today. I just want to remind you that what you do on social media, you must be intentional about it. If what you're doing is not productive, if it's not yielding the results that you want, this is the time for you to sit back, relax, and reassess your life. It's already September. Already September. Can you believe that? Oh, yes, I have been following up. Yes, because I have a journal. I journal every day, every time. So I always see the time. I always know, oh, today's the 8th. You know, it never takes me unaware. I always know what I want to do. That's why I'm here to speak to you, just to you who is feeling my message in your soul, not for everybody. It is never too late for you to start being intentional with your time. There is a Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. So if you've been spending your whole day aimlessly on social media, this is the time for you to have a rethink. A wise man once said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's insanity. If you're just listening to me for the first time, if you're just watching my live for the very first time, I want you to please like and share this broadcast, because there is somebody on your contact list who needs to hear this message. Like and share this broadcast, because somebody needs to hear it. I'm not saying you should give me money. I'm just saying like and share the broadcast, because there is someone out there who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. My job is to constantly remind you of the things you already know, not to tell you something new. That's what I get paid to do, to remind you of those things you already know, but yet you have not taken any action towards them. And you know deep down inside your heart that there's so many like that. Use your time wisely. I am not a therapist, but I know that the level of depression has increased, the level of anxiety has increased, the level of domestic violence and the level of hunger has increased worldwide. But let's not use that to feed time wasting. This is the time for everyone to seek help when help is needed. This is the time to seek help where help is needed. There's so many resources out there that you can use. There's so many networks. There's so many professionals on the internet right now who you can go to if you feel any form of anxiety, if you feel any form of depression. Spending hours and hours and hours on social media doing things that are not relevant will not help you. It will not help you. Seek help. Seek help. Look for professionals who can help you. Social media right now, if you don't understand how it works, it can ruin you. It can ruin your life. It can ruin your life. Look, this message is for you, and I want you to listen and listen attentively. Listen with an open mind. I have been mandated to just share this message with you because you have been wasting your time on social media doing nothing. Instead of wasting time doing nothing and just flipping through profiles, look for a way to use social media to impact lives. Look for a way to use social media. Look for a way to monetize it. Look for a way to be creative on it, rather than being obsessed with it for nothing. That's what a lot of people do now. That's what a lot of people do now. And I feel so bad for the younger generation, the children who are just growing up now. I wonder how their social skills will be honed. They all want to sit indoors, pressing their phones. My question to you who's listening to me right now, be you a parent or someone who has those kids who are always around them, what are you doing to help reduce the usage What are you doing to help these kids stop using it wrongly? What are you doing? I'm speaking to you now because I know somebody is listening to me. You are not listening to this broadcast by accident. You are not listening to this broadcast by accident. You are listening because this is the right time for you to listen to it. You are listening because it is special to you. You are listening because the message is for you. What I do with my kids, I'm not saying you should do the same thing, but I just want to share because I know this would resonate with somebody. There's somebody out there who might need this information. That's what I do. What I do with my kids is Mondays through Fridays. When they get back from school, because my kids are still young, when they get back from school, I only make sure they use the computer to do their homework. And after that, that's it. That's it. 1 hour, 30 minutes. Other than using it for their homework, I make sure they read books. They stay away completely. Monday through Friday, they stay away completely after doing their homework. If there's no homework to be done, no computer when they get back from school. Their phones, I keep them. Once they are home, I keep the phones. But on Fridays, when they get back from school, they have from Friday afternoon to Sunday evening to play with all their devices, all their gadgets, all their games, that's what I do. Because I am teaching them how to utilize their downtime. I'm not saying everybody should do that. But the earlier you start letting children understand the importance of being intentional with their time, the better it will be. I remember when I was a teenager, my mom would come to the room. She loves to talk when it's late at night because to her, she feels it's kind of spiritual and it resonates better at that point, at that time of the day. My mom would come to my room in the middle of the night, like past midnight, and she would wake me up and she would say, "John, get up." And I would struggle to get up. And whenever I see my mom, I know she's going to talk for a minimum of 30 minutes. It was terrible to me then. But that's what I do now. I can speak to you till your ears get full and blocked. So she would say, "Wake up, John." And I'll wake up. She would say, "What are those things? What exactly do you want God to do for you?" And I will start listing all the things I want God to do. But, at that time, I wanted to just, I would just want to say them so she can go and leave me alone. I'll start mentioning, "Oh, I want God to do this. I want God to do that. I want God to do this." And she would say, "Oh," she would allow me talk. And she would say, "Okay, that's fine. I like that. But you know what? Go grab a pen and a piece of paper so you can write all those things you just mentioned." "For real? And you allowed me spill everything? Why didn't you stop me at the beginning and ask me to go get the pen then?" But she has a way. And I would go looking for a pen and a piece of paper. When I get back, she would say, "Write down all those things you just mentioned." And after writing them, she would say, "John, go and put it over there." Because my mom is a staunch Catholic. So she has a place, an altar where she keeps her Catholic accessories. She would say, "Go and put that paper there." And when I drop the paper, I'll come right back to her in the room. She would say, "Sit down, my son. Sit down, sit down, sit down." Mom would say, "John, do you know the reason why I asked you to write down those things you want God to do for you?" And I'll say, "Mom, why?" She'll say, "Because God answers prayers faster when you write them down." And my son, look, whenever you get back from school, I want you to always go to that place where you have that paper. Go through the list. Whatever God has given you from that list, my son, make sure you strike it off. Okay? And I'll say, yes, mom, because I wanted her to leave at that point. I'll say, yes, okay, no problem. I'll do that. But little did I know that my mom was teaching me how to be intentional with my requests. She was teaching me how to be intentional with my goals. She was teaching me how to be intentional with the things I do. And I do the same thing with my kids right now. I even do worse. I do worse. My kids have read this book, The Morale Booster. This is my book. They've read it twice each. I go to them in the middle of the night and I talk to them. I do exactly what my mom did with me. It works. I tell them how to be intentional with their time. I make them understand the reason why I don't allow them have access to their games, to their gadgets, to their internet from Mondays through Fridays, only when it's necessary. I make them understand. So you who's listening to me right now, what do you do to help other people realize this? What do you do? What do you do? Depression is real. Anxiety is real. Instead of relying on wasting time on your phone, flipping through things so you can forget, get help. Get some help. See a therapist. See, those professionals. Go to those people who can help you. Use your time wisely, because when you decide not to do things that are productive, things that would take you closer to your dreams and your vision, at the end of the day, you would regret it. It is not too late. It's already September. Can you believe it? I love it. For those of us who are intentional with our time, for those of us who have goals, for those of us who know where we're going, for those of us who know who we are, for those of us who know why we're on earth, for those of us who know where we're going, we love the time to go fast. Why? Because the faster the time goes, the closer I get to my dream and my vision and my goals. The faster the time goes, the more lives I would impact. The faster the time goes, the more of my assignment on earth I would accomplish. I love to see time fly so fast. In fact, it's too slow. Are you of the same mindset? Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up from your slumber. If you can spend hours doing things that are not relevant on the phone, you can also convert that into a creative idea and monetize it. You can also be creative and use it for your benefit and for the benefit of the people around you. I promised I wasn't going to spend much of your time. I wasn't going to take much of your time. I promised that, and I will stick to that. I remember being a very shy person, so shy that I couldn't even imagine myself doing what I'm doing right now, doing a live broadcast. And I know there's so many people out there who are struggling with shyness. I know there's so many people out there who love to become public speakers, but they feel they're too shy. Look, the level of shyness that I struggled with, if you don't want to even think about it. So if I could transition from shyness to public speaking, utilizing my time to undergo trainings upon trainings upon trainings that help me get out of it, then you too can. I want to share those strategies that help me transition from shyness to public speaking. I want to share those strategies with you. And if you are that person who would love to become a public speaker and who would also love to learn how to make money as a public speaker, I want you to send me a word. I want you to send me the word career. Just DM me that word career, and we would reach out to you. It is possible. For as long as someone else has been able to accomplish it, it means it's possible for you. It is possible. You just have to be intentional with your time. You must and you have to be intentional. Wake up from your slumber. This is the time for you to take action. If you want to learn those strategies that would help you transition from shyness to public speaking, I want you to DM me the word career, and I would reach out to you. Thank you so much. I promise not to take much of your time. That's my message for you. That's the reminder I have for you. And I want you to take action. Take action right now. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. The choice is yours. I really don't know how much you know about yourself. Neither do I know how much the people around you know about you. But I know for sure that you are an abode of greatness. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this message. And I know you will get up and take action. DM me the word career if you want to learn the strategies on how to transition from shyness to public speaking. I'll be waiting to hear from you. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.